because every time I hear someone, they either had their wallet stolen, or they had their shoes stolen, or they had their coats or whatever stolen. Some of them even had their phones stolen. Trust me, if you have stuff stolen, you ain't surviving. My name is Brian. I'm in my 60s. I moved up to Boston about 8 years ago.
My name is Bob, and I've been homeless for about 6 years. You know, I had my own place for years, and they were sold. We were asked to leave. I moved to another place. It turned into a halfway house. I didn't qualify, and I left, and then I went on the streets. I was working until then my job just dried up. So I do what I can to keep alive.
My name is Linda Ann Story Johnson. I'm originally from Andover, Massachusetts. I got adopted when I was 5 years old. I became homeless when I was a little bit younger, I think like around 13, 14.
In warmer weather, I do quite a bit of traveling, and I mostly sell my stuff either on the subway or on the bus or even right up the street. I'm almost a walking display case.
I served, and I spent 11 years, but well, I did what I volunteered to do, you know, and I enjoyed it, but when I figured it was time to get out, I left on good terms, with an honorable discharge. And
I just got myself into really bad relationships with men in my life. I was, abused. I was I ran away a lot. I was living the life of, the dark side, but not the drug way. I was always putting myself in dangerous situations with the men that I thought loved me, and that, I was just letting myself be used and sleeping under bridges with them, and it just was a dark side that I just faced in my life, and now I know that I don't have to be like that ever again.
I lost my job finally, and then the work I could get wasn't enough to pay for anything to live in. The place I was working at lost the contract, so I was out in the street, and they don't have, I couldn't make enough money to afford a place to live.
Everything that happens out here is crazy. You've got people using wheelchairs, you've got people using walkers, and yet they're leaving their wheelchairs all over the place. They claim they don't know how to fold the walker once they get out on the bus or on the subway. So the only thing it's doing is making it a lot harder for people to get on the bus.
Saw a guy naked one day run down the train station. We didn't figure out what the hell it was. He was on drugs. He was on all the whatever the drugs they use that had him try to tackle him. And, it was a sad thing to see. And their friends, and they turn around and watch friends were laughing. They were with him, laughing. They're all out full of drugs. And to me, it's sad.
I see it every day, the police messing with homeless people, non-homeless people. I just don't think it's right for them to be judged. It's not fun to be judged. It's a stigma that isn't right.
So now I don't bother talking to anybody. If you don't start a conversation, I got nothing to say. Because anytime they want to have a conversation, it's always about, do I have a cigarette? Do I have any money? They're always asking me if I have what they need.
I have a place where I sleep. There's a couple of us sleep there. It's pretty safe. And the police know we're there, and they watch us because we're helpful. We're very neat and clean. We always pick up. They don't bother us.
1 minute I'd stay over the park. Next minute I'd stay down by the Charles River. Next time I'd stay downtown crossing. I would always find someplace to stay.
And there's a couple of good shelters, and they're hard to get into, but once you get into one of those, they're nice. They have everything you want. But some of these shelters around here are I don't like them. That's like I don't like to go into them. You almost have to stay awake to stay alive.
Everywhere I go, you'd find needles all over the floors. You'd find people dead in there, and staff wouldn't know they were dead for at least a good couple of days. So I ended up leaving because I didn't like the way the staff was treating the clients. Everybody was stealing stuff from there. Their rules were beyond ridiculous. So every place I went, they'd have a complaint about it. So I just started staying outdoors.
A lot of the shelters that I've been in, they were very, very helpful to me. Showed me ways that I could learn the system, not to keep on becoming homeless, and how to get myself to live the right way. I feel like a lot of the world thinks that, like, when they're walking by, like their pieces of trash, they don't belong in the world. They're better than, like when I was homeless, like I said, I was rejected a lot. I just don't. My perception of homelessness is, like I said, if you don't know why somebody became homeless, if you can't help a homeless person, then don't bring them down, because you're bringing them down to a level where they want to keep on being homeless.
A lot of them are out here because they have no choice. I have a few of my friends out here that have jobs, but they can't afford a place. They're making $300 a week. Yeah, and the cheapest apartment they can find maybe is $700 plus everything else. Next thing you know, they got maybe $150 in their pocket for a whole month. That's tough. They work it every day and then they go home to hardly anything.
Well, the things that I've learned from experience is trust no one, not even relatives, because they'll tell you one thing and then later on they'll do something else. They'll tell you they care about you, but as far as actually caring about you, only if they need money.
If anybody's struggling, like I said, with the homeless situation, just pray, because God will get you through your pain.
Just keep your head up. Keep trying. That's about it. Don't give up. Okay?